Joey Only Caribou Weather Dude here. Sorry I've been away for a little while, haven't given you a forecast for quite some time. I was out on fires, as you can see, and I think later today I'm leaving again to be back on the line tomorrow. So it might be a while before you get extended forecast from me again. So do pay attention to this video, like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much for coming on by. This is your fire weather forecast for British Columbia coming into the month of August right here on the Caribou Weather Dude channel. Sorry, no meteorological report for a little while. Frankie, Brandon, everyone missing being with the guys on the show, and everyone who broadcasts us. Sorry, it's going to have to take a little while before we're back out and on it again. Let's get right to the stories right now, though. Fire danger rating in British Columbia, July 25th. That was yesterday. As you can see, southeast corner is the one area, a bit into the Caribou. And some yellows through Kamloops and up into towards Revelstoke and places like such. A little bit in the north still, moderate fire risk up there, but the north is seeing a fair bit of rain, and it's going to continue to see more and more. So the good thing for the north is temperatures have cooled off up there, especially. Lots of rain is coming in. That's really helping things up north. That the severity ratings are all going down up there somewhat. It's really the southeast corner and much of southern British Columbia that in the next 2 weeks is not going to see much rain whatsoever, and is going to see a lot of heat coming in, especially as we come to August. You look at the British Columbia fire map, it's a little bit concerning. Caribou, though, seems to be a big gap, but lots of dots out there, lots of dots, and we do know that this whole corner, southeast fire center, is going to see a lot more heat yet. So some of these red dots that are out of control or haven't been actioned yet or such and such, we do have the potential to see some of that fire activity be pretty aggressive, especially when we get into those warmer temperatures a week from now. When we look at the fire weather index system, you kind of see that reflect build-up index here. So southern British Columbia still, when you combine all the factors, fine fuels, moisture codes, drought codes, it's the south where that fire risk still remains. The north is substantially changed. So fine fuel moisture codes, pretty good all through the north, all in all. So this rain has really helped soak the fine fuels down a little bit. So that helps things. That Duff moisture code, so that layer of organics between the bedrock or between the mineral soils and surface where things tend to grow out of, that's looking really good right now for a lot of the north, but not so much in the south, and we know that the south is going to see more heat. And what's key to note is, despite all this rain coming through, the drought code, we're still way under where we should be for precipitation this summer so far in the west, right? So we may see these temporary changes, but all in all, the bigger picture hasn't changed that much as you get deeper down the soils, as you look at the water tables all around. So we are still in what you might consider drought conditions throughout Western Canada. And when we come back into heat, that will provide for some fire weather. We're not out of this yet, friends. In fact, August is usually the driest and hottest month in British Columbia. Although today, most of that rain is up in the northeast again, so a little bit of thunderstorm activity up there today. But hey, compared to what Manitoba is possibly dealing with in southern Ontario, we could see tornado action in both those provinces today. Southern BC looking drier, looking drier. Special weather statement: Fort Nelson, Steamboat, Highway 97, Fort Nelson, Trutch, Tetsa, River Sakani Chief, 30 to 50 millimeters, pooling water. This is remarkable. Low pressure systems bringing periods of heavy rain. It will drift eastward into the prairies on Wednesday, but continues to deliver rain to the eastern slopes of the Rocky. These great precipitation amounts are closer to the eastern slopes. Rain is expected to taper off early Thursday morning. So that's going on. Over in Manitoba, we got tornado watches in effect. So day of concern, and I think some of those tornadoes could be aggressive ones, could be substantial ones in southern Ontario as well. We're really concerned today. Heat warning is going on there, 30 to 33 degrees. Humidex values are going to be high, and that means when that cool blast comes in, tornado possibilities are there. Over the next 2 weeks, you see, like, you look down South Kamloops, we're going to come into some heat again pretty quickly. Thursday, 28, 29 Friday, 32 Saturday, hovering around there, then up to 35 on Wednesday. These thunderstorm risks could trigger some new fire starts. And we got period of extended hot weather in through next week to start off August. It's going to be hot. British Columbia, a little bit of rain, especially through the slopes up here. Lots up in Fort Nelson, a little bit of lightning up there. So that seems to be the story today for sure. And I think this will be the day where we start to see those temperatures rebound tomorrow in southern British Columbia. And that new pattern of thunderstorms will start to kick off probably Thursday, certainly Friday, Saturday. So we usually kind of wait to see, like, will it be a thunderstorm pattern? Well, I mean, I'm willing to bet around this way this thing has gone so far this year. Look at this Thursday, pretty heavy rain up through north of Prince George there. So again, but that's when you see, look at 5 p.m. and we got thunderstorms kicking off all across southern British Columbia, maybe a little bit in the north, but that's mostly rain up there. And that's going to be the story more and more as we look over the next bunch of days. That's where the heaviest rain is going to be. And you look in southern British Columbia, for example, rain accumulation over the next 10 days, really not much expected there, right? So I think a lot of these thunderstorms that kick off are going to be dry storms, going to have some lightning in them, hot weather. So we have the potential for more fire starts. Southern British Columbia may be really next in line to get its turn for fire stories. We look up in northern British Columbia, though, 74 mils in some places, up in the Rocky Mountains, 85 mils. So that's some pretty substantial rain, right? Definitely. And you look at Thursday, 5 p.m., and those storms all through southern British Columbia, and those aren't rain heavy storms we're seeing. Maybe a little bit in some of those areas south of Williams Lake will have some rain core, probably hail. We do have some 21-degree places, like, say, areas around Kelowna and whatnot, areas that tend to be hot at 8 p.m. But generally Thursday, the heat only sits in Kamloops, Kelowna areas, Cranbrook Trail. Going to see a lot of heat this next week as well. So that's where the heat begins first. On Thursday at 4 p.m., we could have strong thunderstorms pop up in places. I mean, this just gives you kind of an idea, but that energy may be there in Cache Creek, 100 Mile House, Gold Bridge for some, pretty substantial lightning shows. Creston, Cranbrook, Canal Flats. So where will new thunderstorms kick off new fires in southern British Columbia? That's going to be what we are most concerned about over the next week. 10 a.m. already on Friday. Kamloops is 22 degrees, Kelowna 23, right? That heat's already starting down there. 26 by noon, 27. And thunderstorm pattern again, boom. And that's into the Caribou. Places like here in Wells could see some pretty good thunderstorms. Look out all along the coast. Hey, there's been more thunderstorm activity along the coast this last bunch of years than I'm sure anyone's ever remembered before. So no surprises anymore, I think, on that. So look out Friday, Caribou, you're in line for sure. The low pressure Saturday morning by 11 a.m. has got heat already kicking into Trail, 28 degrees, Kelowna 28 degrees. What's that going to do? It is going to bend some isobars and make for more thunderstorm activity, and this will be the day for you down there in Cranbrook. I don't see a lot of rain. That's going to be lightning heavy storms, and I don't see a lot of rain in there. So that's definitely the concern for fire starts Saturday in southeastern British Columbia. Be aware, have your eyes on the skies and on the hills, and have your to-go bags ready if you live in highly forested areas, because that should just be a practice of yours at this time of year anyways. Chilcotin, Saturday, 2 p.m., you could see some pretty heavy-duty activity, and that's going to move into the Caribou too. So anyone who's in line with one of those cells, look out. Probably see severe watches issued with those. And some of those going up through Prince George may be night shows. Gotta love the night shows. Again, strong, crazy thunderstorms overnight through into Saskatchewan there. So, we've seen already some tornado action, some dangerous thunderstorms out there, straight line damaging winds. Sunday, 11 a.m., all through northern British Columbia, but especially Alberta. I mean, look out, look out. Edmonton, we could see something crazy happen that day. And that convective available potential energy, how much explosive energy is there for storm development? Well, at 4 p.m., when those storms start rolling through Edmonton, you never know, right? So all eyes will be on Alberta this weekend for some of that development. We see small pockets of Cape in British Columbia that day. So we do know that's more than possible that we could have very strong and damaging thunderstorms in British Columbia Sunday afternoon. So that will be the concern. Everybody north of Edmonton and north of into Cold Lake, Lloydminster, Slave Lake areas, look out for lightning, look out for fire starts. That could be heavy, heavy rains. Yeah, anything might happen with some of those thunderstorms, right? So be aware. Overnight thunderstorms up through the Peace, northern Peace, up towards Fort Nelson. So interesting times, but lots of rain continuing in northern British Columbia. So that is good news for you. Of course, you're probably looking forward to that because you see Kelowna is 30 degrees down there. Well, it's all only 16 up in Fort Ware and 18 in Fort St. John, 30 in Cranbrook on Monday at 7 p.m., right? So hot days in the south, cooler days in the north, more rain up there. That's going to really change the fire situation. The fire situation has been mostly a northern story so far this year. So this is going to be sort of a reversal of that, I anticipate. We'll see some of the fires down south pick up. We'll see new ones down there, and we'll see some pretty aggressive fire activity while conditions in the north continue to taper off more and more over the next week and beyond. Overnight rains, heavy rains in Fort St. John on Tuesday uh, and into the day, 5 p.m. Wednesday, 8 a.m. It's already 27 degrees in Kelowna by then. Like, are you serious? So that's a real day of concern, Wednesday, the 2nd of August. And that's what I'm saying as we come into that August pattern. Quesnel could see 27 degrees, but look down. Kamloops 34, Cranbrook 33. Definitely, definitely some of those areas down at the border. And if you look just down in the States, uh, Washington side, extremely hot down there. Some of that heat's going to spill up to us. So that will dry things out. That will change the fine fuel and moisture codes. That will change the intensity of the thunderstorms that we're going to be seeing. Not much for precip in the south, lots of precip in the north. And Thursday again at 2 p.m. already, Cranbrook 34 degrees, right? So Kamloops 32, Williams Lake 26. A lot of the north, though, much cooler. Tackle Landing 19, Terrace 22. So we see that real big change in the fire story. I can't tell you exactly who's going to see fires and what fires are going to do what. This is just sort of a long-term outlook as to where the heat's going. And I'm mostly using the ECMWF model because that's the model that I feel the most confident in reporting with. So everyone in British Columbia, hold on. August is going to get hot for a lot of you. All right, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be back out in the fires, so you never know what's going to happen and what kind of footage I'm going to catch in the long term. So I got a lot of stuff I haven't released yet from this fire season that's really crazy and amazing footage, and some of it I just think I need to sit on for a little while because of professionalism. Okay, so with all said and done, wish you all luck and see you soon. Bye now.